Just a quick glance at the text line and the YouTube chat. It seems like everybody's like, yeah, dude, I'd pull the trigger on this deal.
See, this is a weird world I live in where obviously I used to do the pod with Danny and like scheduling and all that. Like I can't do that. So I live in two Blazer worlds. I live in the world with you and our listeners, who sometimes it's a mixed crowd here, but also I see the world of the Reddit. The Rip City Reddit.
That's the kind of crowd that if I floated the idea of you trading Caleb Love right now, they would call me the dumbest person on the planet because how could you possibly trade Caleb Love right now?
Not
That's
universally,
a Blazer fan that exists.
Yeah, but largely the Reddit page feels like it's kind of consumed by those.
And if you don't
Blazer
praise
fans.
and worship at the feet of everything the organization does, you're an idiot and you don't know anything about basketball.
Caleb Love has no higher trade value than he's going to have right now. Sell high, damn it.
Here's the thing
It's an
about
undersized
this.
guard who's kind of a combo who doesn't play a lot of defense. Yeah,
I think it'd be one you can get out of. There's no doubt about the Jeremy contract. He's playing good. That was a bad contract.
He was horrible last year. What do we believe, right? Is this who he's going to be for the next 2 years, or is this and the other thing is the Drew stuff.
I just don't want to pay Jeremy Grant.
Yes,
I want you to have a little more cap flexibility. Guess who's going to get a contract extension this offseason? He's already been flirting with, hopefully my future's here. It's the guy that's probably going to make the All-Star team.
Wait, I thought he was on a good contract.
He's about to be on an expensive contract. The declining contract, I think he's about to go up.
Can we escalate that bitch?
So, and then you got Dame coming back next year, right off the Achilles injury. We still haven't seen Scoot yet, but he'll be back here. Shea just got his $90 million deal. Donovan, as of right now, I would say is on track to get some form of an extension.
Scoot's got to get one, right? Oh.
That's a wait and see. I think that's a wait and see scenario.
He's sprinting again, though. I saw that yesterday.
My whole point, and great, I want to see him play. My whole point is just your Dame throws a little bit of a wrinkle in what I'm saying here. That was an emotional play mixed in with franchise level guy all time. Everything else right now kind of says that move makes sense, even if you suffer some little setbacks here and there with your lineup stuff, right? Yeah. Like defensively, you tell me it's a little worse, sans Drew and Jeremy.
How much better are you offensively?
You would probably say, yeah, but I'd also respond with, did we watch the Utah game? They played. Utah scored like 130 points. I also haven't seen this team be truly stellar defensively all year, even with those guys involved.
Yeah.
You'd still have Tumani out there, and then you just have to figure out, is Shea a bench guy? Are you going to start Dame and Scoot? That seems odd to me.
Well, if Drew's still here next year, is Dame and Drew your starting backcourt?
No, I'm saying in the cat trade scenario.
Trade.
That isn't going to happen, by the way.
Yeah.
To me, it would be it's not going to happen because I think of Dundon incoming, but to me, it would signal we really like the way this is going. We're going to try to throw a wrinkle in this. New York obviously doesn't like Cat. Drew and Jeremy would probably be pretty welcomed there.
Mm-hmm.
Drew would be great for them, I think, defensively. And then Cat gets another change of scenery where let's not also act like Cat hasn't been on good teams and contributed in positive ways.
Yeah, it's just you ended the last segment with a rant that I completely agree with. It's been a long time since we've been here, right? Like the number when Danny texted you, I looked it up too. The last time they were 500 this late in the year was 26-26 on February 3rd of 2023. In the entirety of last season,
that's 3 years.
3 years ago, the entirety of last season, they were never 500 at one moment. They were under 500 literally the entire year. They lost their first two games and the rest was history. Oof. The year before that, 2024-25, the latest end of the season that they were 500 was 3-3, 6 games in. So it's been a rough couple of years. The NBA has shown you that you're not beating Oklahoma City. Nobody probably is this year. Not San Antonio, and that's fine. Maybe Houston too, but the rest of the West is pretty
Denver.
wide open.
Let's throw Denver in
Denver
there.
with a healthy Jokic, sure. If he's back,
clearly.
Totally get it. But why aren't we I just am of the point of I want him to do something, not just to do it. Obviously, it has to make sense. But I think Rip City would love a move like that, and it would inject some life into this. You have identified a guy who's playing at the highest level of you've ever had in the history of your organization, who's carried you through all the injuries that you've had this year. Mm-hmm. Go get him somebody. Go get him some help, man. How many more assists per game does Dunny have if he's got shooters around him that can consistently knock down shots? We talk about the idea of Dame coming back. Dame and Karl-Anthony Towns in a pick and roll.
Yep.
Karl-Anthony Towns shot almost 43% from three last year. Well, he's a 25-13 guy.
Part of the reason Dame and LaMarcus was a better pick and roll than when Giannis would set screens.
Because Giannis can't shoot.
Because Giannis doesn't shoot.
He's got to roll.
So you get that pick and pop. I'm with you. And we would have a lot of moments where everybody would bitch and moan about Cat and whatever. It's them trying.
Yeah,
And I want to see, instead of this middle of the road, we want to pick a Chinese prospect higher than any team in the NBA was even considering, because he's Chinese Jokic. Well, we just drafted a center, but I feel like a good faith move of like, we're building this a little more aggressively than just saying organically it's going to work itself out in 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, this has kind of worked out for you this year. You're 500 despite being decimated by injuries. There's hope. There's optimism for the rest of the season if you get healthy and stay healthy in certain spots. Like, capitalize on it, man.
The Clippers are terrible. The Warriors suffered an injury.
Go do something.
The Suns are having a great surprise season. I don't know where people are on the Lakers are at a weird point of there, even though they got Luka. Houston has no offense to speak outside of Şengün and Durant. Like, it's not that you would compete for a title. It's just that you would put yourself in a better position, I think, long-term, by doing something like that.
It can help short-term and long-term to get out of certain contracts. I'm Willie Taggart today. Hey, do something. Let's see if they do something. Deadline's right around the corner. Fun trade hypothetical season in the NBA.